Ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Hee, 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 and a ha, ha, ha.
I'm Maid Marian, and if I had my choice, I'd rather be in Cincinnati.
I'm Robin Hoodnik. I lead the fight for freedom's victory. Together, we will rid the land of Lord Scurvy's tyranny.
I'd even settle for Pittsburgh.
Maid Marian, make a note to remind me and the merry men to steal some money for road repairs.
Listen, it's bad enough I'm a maid. Do I have to be a secretary, too? And no matter how good the cause, it's not right to steal. And another thing, how come we're called merry men? Don't we women have rights, too?
Oh, boy, I'm sorry I brought it up.
None of this would have happened if we were living in a nice apartment in Queens the way I wanted. Milk there doesn't come in cows. It comes in bottles.
Then you'd better figure out some way to capture Robin Hoodnik once and for all.
Never fear, sire. This time I've got a foolproof scheme. We kidnap Maid Marian and announce her forthcoming marriage. To you.
Me? Marrying Maid Marian?
Can't you hurry with that fire, Robin? The forest is awfully drafty.
I'm doing the best I can, Maid Marian.
You know what this dampness does to my sinuses. I'll never understand you. We could be living in the city with steam heat and parking meters and everything. But no, you insist on traipsing around this cold, dark forest. This hot sassafras tea is the only thing that's keeping me alive. And even that tastes different out here. The kind you get in the supermarket is much better. And that's another thing. Do you notice how short the days are here? I've always said, what good is nighttime if you don't have TV?
There, the fire's blazing nicely now, Maid Marian. Maid Marian? She's gone.
Leaving me alone in that drafty jungle while you and your merry men go your merry way. And another thing, I
was hoping you'd say that.
And of course, these rooms will all have to be wallpapered. Maybe a nice sunflower pattern. And then we'll rip out these ugly archways and put in some revolving doors.
But really, my pet.
And of course, I'll want wall-to-wall carpeting. Something in a chartreuse would be very nice.
But, you see, but...
Oh, and about the dungeon, I'd like to replace that awful-looking Iron Maiden with something useful, like a hairdryer. Now, let's talk about the upstairs rooms.
This is all your fault. Marry Maid Marian, you said. Her mother must have been frightened by a tongue sandwich.
She is kind of outspoken.
Oh, yes? By whom? And when he comes to rescue her, we'll make it as easy for him as possible.
Would you mind holding down the noise? After all, a bride-to-be is nervous enough without a lot of sawing and banging.
Oh, I'm sorry, my precious. I was going to surprise you with a new picture window.
You'd think a man would show his future wife a little consideration. After all, I need my beauty rest.
You certainly do.
What?
I mean, you're certainly right, dear. We'll be as quiet as a mouse, won't we, Sheriff?
Oh, yes, sire. Quiet as a mouse.
That's the noisiest mouse I ever heard.
I was trying to get rid of Maid Marian. Now I'll have to go through with the wedding.
Shiggy, sire. Here she comes now.
Why, whatever are you doing?
Just rinsing out a few things, dear.
Well, that may be fine for you. But if you expect me to do the laundry, you better spring for one of those new 3-speed washers. You know, the one with a wash and wear cycle and a spin-dry attachment.
Yes, dear, of course. Whatever you say, my dear.
Oh, and another thing. It also has a setting for dainty underthings.
Now you see what kind of hot water you've gotten me into.
Do you, Lord Scurvy, take this woman for your awful wedded wife?
He'd better.
I do.
And do you, Maid Marian, take Lord Scurvy for your awful wedded husband?
I must have been out of my mind. You're the rottenest person in all Nottingham.
Uh-oh, the potion has pooped. The roof is gonna fall in now.
Gee, how'd you do that?
Oh, shut up.
Now to use the U-turn, return, boomerang bow. Man, that's what I call an arrow escape.
Robin Hoodnik!
Maid Marian, you've regained your memory.
Really, Robin, you could have at least had a pillow for me to land on. After all, you could be a little more considerate. You know how sensitive I am.
She's regained her memory all right. There's no time for small talk. We've got to get out of here. Sherwood Forest, here we come. Ho, 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 and away we go. Ooh, that's Robin Hoodnik. Believe me, he'll pay for this little episode.
I've got a feeling he's paying for it already.
Some favor you did bringing me here. Look at all these green leaves. You know that's my worst color. Probably half this stuff is poison ivy anyway.
You know, I'm beginning to think I might have been.
I could have been living in a castle, but no, you had to go rescue me. And another thing, I could have been living in a castle with servants and everything, but no, you had to go rescue me and you had to go take me there. But I could have been living in a castle with servants and everything. You had to come rescue me, and that was the end of the story.